Hey everyone, this is my jurisdiction mini lesson. Um, I would like to ask that you guys please bear with me because I have a lot of tabs open um, throughout this lesson, and I am also getting over a some sort of sinus infection as well. So please bear with me. But for my scenario, I have my plaintiff, David Ross, who has an 11-month-old daughter by his estranged wife, Karen Ross. And David and Karen both have been separated since the birth of their daughter. And Karen has decided to put David on child support because he has failed to care for the necessities and needs of his daughter. Um, and both David and Karen live in Nashville, Tennessee. And we know that David and Karen are in the Sixth Circuit because they reside in Tennessee. So to begin, we understand that Karen wants to file for child support, and we know that that is a civil action and not a criminal action. So I decided to look up Tennessee courts. So I just typed in the Tennessee courts, and I came up with the TennesseeCourt.gov website. Let me put it in full screen for you. Um, Now, as the book mentioned in chapter 1, page 19, many states have decided to create like these specialized courts, such as family and juvenile courts. And now these courts oversee divorces, child custody battles, civil and criminal cases dealing with children or juveniles under the age of 18, and that's for specifically juvenile court, custody rights, and many more different scenarios or cases. And so, luckily, Tennessee is one of those states to have such specialized courts. So, if we scroll down to the side, we see juvenile and family courts. So, I clicked on that, and now I'm going to click on About. And we see that Tennessee's juvenile courts have jurisdiction within these areas. Um, and we see that ordering and enforcement of child support for children of unwedded parents is a part of the juvenile family court jurisdiction. So sorry, excuse me. So we see that Karen would first file in the Nashville, Tennessee Juvenile Court, which is located in Nashville. And if I go to the Nashville.gov, the juvenile court is well, the juvenile court clerk is what I found. Let's just see what we find if we look up juvenile. Court in Nashville. Okay, so we see that the court is located at 100 Woodland Street, Nashville, Tennessee, 37213. So from this, we know that Karen would first, again, she would first file in the juvenile court. She can file in juvenile um, or family court. It doesn't really specify, but for my instance or for my scenario, I will say that Karen is going to file in the juvenile court. Now, if Karen decided to appeal, she would appeal to Nashville's Circuit Court. So, let's see here. Now we have under the circuit court clerk. That's what I researched, and this is what came up. It says that they oversee contract disputes, civil torts, condemnations, workers' compensation claims, domestic matters, and the administration of estates. Now, going into Westlaw, I decided, well, what is domestic matters? So, well, first, I just went on a Google search and I defined what domestic matters were, and it was of or relating to the family or household, domestic chores, fun of home life and household affairs. So I decided, okay, well, maybe this has to do with something with the family, something with family court, something with juvenile court, and this is what I needed. And so I went into Westlaw. Excuse me, you guys. And I searched the rules of circuit courts in Tennessee. And this came up, rules of the Chancery Circuit and criminal courts for the First Judicial District. And if you scroll down to rule number 9, we see domestic relations or matters cases. And we see on rule 9.04, child support, 905, child support payment. And so we know that child support is under domestic relations. We define what domestic relations are, and we know that circuit court deals with cases for domestic matters. And so we see that Karen would definitely appeal from the juvenile court to circuit court. And I looked up the circuit court address, and excuse me, why don't we just look it up now? We see that it was located, the circuit court clerk was located at Davidson County Metro Council. And so I decided to look up the Metro courthouse. And this is where circuit court is held. And the address is at 305 Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee, 37201. Okay. And lastly, if Karen decided to go and appeal from circuit court, she would of course appeal to Tennessee's next highest court, and that's the Tennessee Court of Appeals, which meets in Knoxville, Nashville, as well as Jackson, Tennessee. The Court of Appeals hears most civil cases from lower courts. And yeah, there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know this was kind of lengthy, and my voice is kind of scratchy, but I hope you guys got to enjoy the information. Okay, thank you.